Yeah. So what is Method Solves? First of all, welcome to the Method Solves session of the partner update call. But what is Method Solves for anybody that is new? Method Solves is a session where it's partner led, and specifically it is usually an implementing partner. They're going to showcase exactly what they have been building for different types of clients, different industries. And then this will be a way for you guys to see what is possible in Method. Because we always talking about Method could do a lot of things, but this is where we get specific on what we can do. Awesome. With that being said, this Method Solves is going to be a little bit different. I think the ones we've been doing is specifically around a specific industry. We've done MWD, we've done field services. This one kind of touches on MWD, but I would say this is more, we always say, we extend the power of QuickBooks, we as a Method. And what Jason has done, which is our partner spotlight for this month, is that he has actually extended the power of Method. He's done things like inventory. I hear that a lot. That's we can't figure that part out just yet. And we mimic exactly what's going on in QuickBooks. So it's not really the cleanest thing. So I've seen him do a lot of things in inventory. And another thing that I've seen is also in AI. So I'll give the floor to him, but just know he's able to really extend the power of QuickBooks and also Method. With that being said, these are the two demos that he's going to show. We can stop sharing our screen and Jason, you can take over. But if you want to take a look at it, it is in our slides. Jason, take it away.
Cool. Thanks, Yemi. How's that?
Yes.
But yeah, so as Yemi was saying, I just wanted to show today how I've been extending Method with external custom apps and custom QBO sync integrations. I do most of my building inside of Method, but sometimes these real-world workflows, they start to stretch beyond what a single platform like Method can support. Things like advanced UX or advanced mobile workflows or AI-driven automation, edge cases with the sync and high-volume processing, instead of working around these issues inside of Method in ways that are not ideal, which is what I've always done. Lately, and I want to show you how I've been extending Method with external integrated apps, which is great because it allows me to keep Method as my core operational platform for my clients, even when their ideal workflow requires something that's beyond what Method might support out of the box. So yeah, on the board here, I have Method handling core operational workflows, accounting sync, system of record, all that good stuff. But I'm extending it when I have other needs, such as AI, or like I was saying, it's custom UX and advanced mobile workflows, sending the sync, high volume processing. Sometimes some of these things might be better suited in a different platform. So I have a couple of real world examples that Yemi touched on that I'm going to show that I've made for my clients. The first one, and we'll just jump over here real quick. I'll talk about this later. First one is an inventory receiving app. We'll start here. In this case, the client used Method and QBO, but needed a mobile app that would allow their warehouse staff to easily receive items against a PO, which automatically creates a bill and syncs it between Method and QuickBooks. So two issues when they came with me with this problem. Method's QBO sync engine, it doesn't allow us to apply bills to purchase orders. So there's a gap there. We weren't able to do that in Method only. And the UX needed to be clean and straightforward so their non-technical warehouse staff could easily receive from their phone. So when the warehouse package comes in, take out their phone easily, they could take a picture, they could sign it, and they can type in what they received right there, which then goes and syncs with QuickBooks and Method. So we solved these issues with a external mobile app, integrates nicely with Method, which allowed the admin staff to continue to use Method for their core operations, and we just separated this part for the warehouse staff. So I'll show you how this works. This one's linked up to my Method demo account. So I'm just going to create a quick purchase order, and then we will see. We'll load that into the app. I'll just find like a couple random items here, like trash bags, garbage bags, glass cleaner. Let's try that. So we will create a purchase order here for one of our vendors. And garbage bags, choose one of these. And what was the other thing I said? Glass cleaner. And we'll choose one of these, put some more quantity there, maybe an amount, and we'll save. So this is 1014. So we'll open up our app here, and we have our purchase orders that are loading in from Method. You can see upcoming open POs in the list, or you can just search for it. It was 1014 was one we just made. So we search for it. That pulls the PO in from Method. And it pulls it in from method instead of QuickBooks because sometimes there's custom fields in method that we want to bring over here. Also, sometimes it hasn't synced QuickBooks yet. So it pulls it directly from method. We have the total amount on the PO in the middle. We have the total amount that's already billed on the far right, and we have the amount we're receiving today. So if they did receive maybe the 20 garbage bags, but they only received, I don't know, 25 of the glass cleaners, so there's 5 left. They would just type that in. They could take pictures and upload easily from their phone. They sign. Doesn't work well on this browser view, and they submit. And what that's going to do, it creates the bill, applies it to the PO, syncs it to QuickBooks, which then syncs back to method. So if we open up QuickBooks here and refresh, we have the bill we just created, which was it Lisa? I think it was Lisa, right? Yeah, Lisa Tomlinson, which was the garbage bags, 20, glass cleaner, 25. So that's in QuickBooks. And if we go back in method, we have a couple custom fields here, received and remaining. So this is going to grab the received amount from QuickBooks and then auto-calculate remaining. So there's 30 total, 25 are received here, so there's 5 left. So this PO is still open. So now if we go back to our app and we look for that PO again, maybe the next day, the rest of that shipment comes in, we still have 5 left to receive there. So that's that app, and we're keeping method as we're keeping our core operational workflows here in method, but we're just extending it by extending the sync, allowing us to apply bills to POs, and we have that custom UX mobile app that we're using. So a couple of ways that we're extending method there. I'll go over one more example, which is, let's just load it up in here. Just this one here, RFQ Match Pro. So this is an AI-powered RFQ line item matching app that I'm calling RFQ Match Pro. The problem we were trying to solve here for this customer is their manual or their RFQ processing. It was manual. It's very time consuming and inconsistent. So the RFQs, they come in varied unstructured formats, such as like PDFs and spreadsheets or plain text emails, no consistent formatting, missing part numbers. Every customer sends it in a different way, in a different format. Every PDF they get looks different, and they could have hundreds of line items on the RFQ, and they have hundreds of thousands of items in their database. So you can imagine how long it takes to look at something like that and to choose the correct items in Method or QuickBooks when they have dozens of different varieties of the same item, like a garbage bag, different brands, different sizes, different pack sizes. So this tool solves that problem using AI. You just drop in the PDF or the CSV or the text, the email, and the system just automatically parses out every line item, structures the data, and assigns it to the correct fields. And then it searches the customer's sales history and the item database for the best item matches. It also has a confidence score that measures the similarity between the RFQ item and the matched item from the database, which I'll show you in a sec. It's pretty awesome. So the result for them was these quotes and these RFQs, instead of spending hours making the quotes, it's done in a minute or two. So it's saving them a ton of time. It couldn't be done in Method alone because Method doesn't have a vector database, which we needed to allow us to search this entire database and rank matches with similarity scores. The vector database also let us to search by meaning instead of exact keywords so that we can instantly find like the closest item match after sifting through hundreds of thousands of items. So let's do an example. Here's just a quick quote that I had ChatGPT make for me at RFQ. So it has a few header details like the date and the RFQ number and the customer, and then has a list of line items. In this case, there's only about 20 line items, but there's just random products. So they're not matched to they're not matched exactly to what's in the database. Like if we do an example here, duct tape black. We go into our item database and we only have 1,000 items in this test one, but you can imagine if there was more, this would be even worse. If I just type in duct tape black, like nothing shows up. Duct tape. There are duct tape items here, but we don't know which one they want. There's a few different items here. So that's what this tool is going to figure out. So let me sign in here. So what we're going to do is just do a quick upload of this PDF that I just showed you. Let me grab that. Here it is. I can put in header details if there was like an email that came with it or something, but I'm just going to use the PDF. So the first thing it does is it parses all the data from the PDF. So it looks at the PDF, takes all the data off of it, and then starts to put it into the correct fields using AI. So it's going to put all that header information into the header table, and it's going to take all the line items and drop them all into the line item table automatically. So click into it now that it's done parsing, and you can see customer, ref number, date issued, submitted by. It took all that stuff from the PDF, put it in the correct place. There was some notes there, so it threw it into the notes field. And here's my list of line items. They're already here waiting for me. What I'm going to do now is just kind of like look over and make sure that everything worked properly, which it looks like it did. And I'm going to match it with items from my database. So I'm going to match based off sales and master, which is just the item database in method. And then sales is just going to look through invoices in method. So we click match and that process starts, takes a minute. So there's a progress bar up here. And also other jobs that are running because the client set it up for. They had many users, so they had different users performing different jobs. And you can see it's starting to populate here. So what it's going to do is it's chosen the best item. So in this case, this Legtex glove clear, it has a 71% confidence that this is the correct item. And you can click into it and load some of the other options that like other potential candidate items that it came up with. So these are just items loading in from method. And the AI believes based on the sales history, because this has been ordered before by this customer, I can tell because there's a sales item icon here, and this is like an item database icon. So this is the best option. But if it's not correct, I can also go into this list and choose which one is correct. So yeah, I'm going to go through this list, make sure it did everything correctly. There's going to be some reds, which is like a low match score. So I probably want to check those and see if this is correct or not. And there's going to be yellows and there's going to be greens. And it's just going to take me a minute to just kind of confirm that everything worked correctly. And from there, I'm just going to confirm the items that are correct. So as I go through it, I probably do that one at a time or in bulk, but I'm going to just say, okay, this one's right. I'm going to confirm them, and then I'm going to print the estimate. So at that point, you print the estimate and you can manually type it into Method or QuickBooks, or there's also an automatic sync where it's not set up on my test account here, but the automatic sync is just going to sync that. It's going to create that estimate and sync it directly to Method, so you don't have to manually type it in. And since all of these matched items are taken directly from the Method database and the customer is taken directly from the Method database, everything works pretty well with that sync. So that is that, and that's just another way that I'm extending Method. So again, they're still using Method for their core operational stuff, but they're using that external app to process their RFQs, and then that is just sending it back into Method. So here I had AI, I had a custom UX, extended high volume processing as well, because in this case, they had hundreds of thousands of items. Would have taken a long time in Method. With that vector database I was talking about, it takes a much shorter time. Yeah, just a few different ways I extended Method with that app in that case. So yeah, those are the two apps I wanted to show. There's one other thing I wanted to show, which was when I opened up originally, this website, Loadout. This is something Marwan, Janie, and I have been working on that we're launching today. Started as a public place to showcase our method apps and customizations to our own clients and leads. That was the idea, but the idea has kind of grown more into more than that. Our goal now is to create a central marketplace where all method users can browse partner-built custom apps, integrations, automations, plugins, templates, reports, anything else that works with Method. We think that for customers, it makes this easier to discover what's available in the Method ecosystem that's pre-built instead of having to build it from scratch, which takes longer and is more expensive. For partners and developers, for us, it creates a way to showcase our solutions, generate leads, reach more Method users. I think it'll also help us collaborate and share solutions. So if a customer asks me for something that I know exists on Loadout that another partner has created already, it's a win-win for everyone. I think there was also talk in the Slack channel this week about having an app store for partner-built apps, which is exactly the direction we want to take this. I didn't really chime in because I knew I was going to talk about this today.
But what type of cut are you going to take if I want to list my app on your app store? Or should I not ask that?
We haven't worked out the details yet. We've talked about maybe some kind of commission structure or revenue sharing structure, but I think at this point it's more like let's kind of discuss this as a community and figure the best way to move forward. We think it'll benefit like the whole community and the whole Method ecosystem. Open to working with all of you and all the Method partners and developers to grow it and to get your own solutions listed. I'll show you like a few things. It's a pretty basic website at this point. Like for example, this invoice credit memo apply app. What I did here, I had a customer, they wanted to apply credit memo, an easy way to apply credit memos to invoices, which doesn't really exist in Method. So I built them a simple widget here that shows their credits that are available to the customer for this invoice. This is in the invoices app. Shows the credits that are available, allows them, I know it's small, but it allows them to click the link button to link this credit to this invoice, and then it allows them to see their applied payments and credits that are already applied to this invoice. So very basic customization I did, but I thought, well, this is perfect for loadout because this comes up a lot, and it's a big pain point. So threw it up here, with a simple features list and a couple screenshots. And now if anyone else has that issue, if they were redirected to loadout here, they could find it, click Get App. This is just going to send an email to the developer with no. So it doesn't do it more than that at this point. It just sends an email to the developer so they have that incoming lead. But it is broken up by like the developer that made the app. So like Marwan's got a couple apps here, a Gmail to method sync and an Outlook to method sync, which are two pretty cool things. And we also got an app from Paulette, the Bring Central integration. So, I mean, this is all we've got for now. It's just a few different apps, but our vision is to have, hundreds of apps and customizations, and even simple things like templates and reports, like a PDF report. But yeah, Marwan, if you want to chime in with anything, feel free. We're working on this together.
Whoa, this app looks really cool. If everybody goes to getloadout.com and shares with their clients, that'll be awesome.
I was hoping you'd say more than that.
And you're gonna have to talk a little louder, Marwan, or stretch out that line on your tin can or something.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, you're right. I am very.
Did you get a haircut?
I did.
Looks good.
Got them all cut.
Yeah, this stuff looks awesome, Jason. I can't hear Marwan, but this stuff looks awesome.
Yeah, Jason, I love that. I'd love to get involved somehow. If you guys need a hand or help or want some more apps on there or any way I can get involved, I'd love to.
Yeah, we definitely want to include everyone and just have apps from not just from Marwan and I, but from the whole community.
Yeah, one thing we were thinking about as well is that if you are to, let's say, share one of the apps, not necessarily yours, but you just kind of have an idea that there is an app that one of your customers could benefit from, built by somebody else, we would have some sort of a commission based off to you as a partner, right? Recommending the app. And the whole idea is to have the community within Loadout. Again, everything is still, as Jason said, kind of in the air, but we're just exploring our go-to-market strategy right now. So trying to see and validate first if our apps even are wanted.
I think this is an awesome idea. Jason, thank you for sharing. Marwan, thank you for building this. That's one. But before that, even I just want to say thank you for showing us, Jason, your AI solution, your inventory solution, how you're really able to extend the power of Method. We always talk about we can extend the power of QuickBooks, but to see that you can also extend the power of Method through our partners, like that is huge for us. So thank you. But even with Loadout, we're happy to share this with our partner group. Anywhere we can plug it in, we absolutely can plug it in and share it. Even in the partner update call slides that we have today, we have it linked in there if anybody wants to access it. And of course, Jason's information is all in there as well if you want to contact Jason.